Greenland. The name may conjure images of wide, fertile fields and rolling green meadows, yet the reality is starkly different. Perched near the top of our globe, this immense island is a realm of ice and snow, remote, unforgiving, mysterious. Beneath its gleaming surface lies not just frozen water, but a world of hidden histories, ancient secrets, and pressing challenges that now wield astonishing influence over the fate of our entire planet. Once, Greenland lay cloaked in silence, shrouded in winter darkness, largely ignored by the world. Today, however, the island's voice resounds louder than ever as its glaciers recede and its ancient ice groans and splits. The whispers of its past and the dangers of its future can no longer be ignored. Vast yet sparsely populated, Greenland ranks as Earth's largest island. Despite its immense size, it spans more than 2 million square kilometers. It is home to just 56,000 people, most of whom cling to its rugged, ice-free perimeter. Here, narrow settlements and small towns hug the coast, standing as humble sentinels where land and sea collide. The island's interior, a seemingly endless wilderness, is entombed beneath a shroud of snow and ice that, in places, reaches depths of 3 kilometers. This frigid vault dominates the landscape, standing out as the world's second-largest ice sheet after Antarctica. To the passing eye, Greenland may appear empty and inhospitable, a place where little could ever change. But this frozen mantle is no lifeless wasteland. For millions of years, it has worked quietly as one of the Earth's most important natural archives, a silent historian preserving the memory of bygone ages. Every snowfall, each layer of glacial ice, accumulates fragments of dust, pollen, and ancient air, brick by brick, building a time capsule that chronicles the shifting fortunes of our planet. As scientists peer ever deeper into these icy depths, they unlock chapters of Earth's history otherwise lost to time. It may come as a surprise that Greenland was not always wreathed in white. Long before its modern reputation as an icy expanse, Greenland basked in the green of lush forests, teeming wetlands, and vibrant streams. Eons ago, during warmer eras in Earth's distant past, its broad valleys brimmed with life. Fossilized leaves, mineral-laden sediments, and ancient tree trunks, now discovered trapped deep within layers of ice, serve as time-worn evidence. At the heart of Greenland's glacial core, scientists have extracted slender tubes of ice known as ice cores, some stretching back over 100,000 years. Within these cold records, the story of epochs long vanished is meticulously preserved. By analyzing trapped bubbles of prehistoric air and layers rich in isotopic clues, experts can reconstruct Greenland's climates over ages, periods of interglacial warmth when forests flourished, and bitter ice ages when glaciers advanced. This detective work reveals far more than just the saga of Greenland. It shines a spotlight on the cycles of warmth and cold that have governed life across the entire globe. Greenland, in holding these secrets, becomes an invaluable teacher about the fragility and resilience of Earth's climate. Yet what lies beneath the ice is perhaps even more extraordinary. As technology advances, scientists have gained new tools to probe Greenland's hidden underworld. Through radar imaging and satellite observations, an astonishing landscape emerges, one untouched by sun or wind for eons. Deep beneath the frozen shell, stretching for hundreds of kilometers, lies an enormous, previously unknown canyon, longer even than the Grand Canyon of Arizona. Carved by rivers when Greenland was green, it has lain entombed and undiscovered, silent in the darkness. Scattered across this subterranean world are more than 50 enigmatic subglacial lakes. These pools, covered by thick layers of impenetrable ice, exist in pitch blackness, isolated from the outside world for countless millennia. Some are home to microbial life that has adapted to thrive in extreme cold and absence of sunlight, subsisting where oxygen is scarce. Studying these life forms not only stretches our understanding of evolution on Earth, but also hints at possibilities for life on other icy worlds in our solar system, such as Jupiter's moon Europa or Saturn's Enceladus. Mountain ranges, as rugged as any found above ground, rise in the darkness, their peaks never touched by the warmth of sunlight. And all around, odd chemical reactions unfold beneath the ice, as pressure and time work their slow chemistry. Each new discovery shakes our assumptions, challenging ideas about geology, life, and the endless ability of nature to surprise. But Greenland's ice is not eternal. Each year, between 250 and 300 billion tons vanish into the surrounding seas, lost forever to the relentless warmth creeping northward. The retreat of glaciers is no longer a matter of speculation or distant warning. It is a tangible, measured crisis, accelerating before our eyes. As the ice diminishes, Greenland pours fresh water into the ocean, raising global sea levels and sending subtle but powerful tremors throughout the planetary climate system. The impacts unfold on a global stage. Each ton of ice that melts in Greenland translates directly to higher water in distant cities, New York and London, Mumbai and Shanghai. Swelling seas threaten millions, swallowing shorelines and reshaping maps. But that is only the beginning. The Arctic, with Greenland as its keystone, serves as the world's thermostat. As the icy insulation thins, dramatic changes ripple outward. Ocean currents alter, jet streams wander, and weather patterns shift unpredictably. Some regions become wetter, others drier. Some heat waves intensify as others places face frigid winters. Extreme weather, once the exception, teeters closer to becoming the new normal. Beneath the vanishing ice, something else is revealed. A trove of long-hidden resources and immense economic possibilities. As glaciers recede, they expose veins of rare earth minerals, essential for the technologies that power our modern world. Smartphones, batteries, wind turbines, and electric vehicles. Gold, uranium, and vast quantities of other metals glint within the exposed rock, promising untold wealth. This hidden bounty is not lost on the world's superpowers. The United States, China, and the European Union are now entangled in a quiet race for influence in Greenland. Eyes turn northward, recognizing the immense strategic importance of these resources, not just for economic advantage, but for control over future technologies and energy supplies. Greenland, for much of its modern history, a quiet territory of the Kingdom of Denmark, is abruptly in the global spotlight. While foreign governments and global corporations circle in anticipation, Greenland's own leaders face difficult choices. The promise of fast riches is mingled with the prospect of environmental catastrophe. Years of careful stewardship could be undermined by a rush to mine, drill, or dig, with unpredictable consequences for the fragile Arctic ecosystem. For the moment, Greenland has chosen a prudent path, proceeding thoughtfully, placing environmental protection ahead of immediate gains, and seeking to determine its own future rather than surrendering it to outside interests. More than an island of shifting ice and emerging opportunity, Greenland sits at a profound crossroads, caught between two worlds in more ways than one. At one level, it is suspended between the wildness of nature and the ambitions of industry, between the demands of a changing climate and the temptations of hidden riches. At another, it stands between cultures and destinies. Calls for independence from Denmark grow louder, fueled by hopes of self-determination and dreams of forging a new path on the world stage. But these aspirations are shadowed by questions and complexities. Can Greenland build a modern, independent nation while preserving its pristine wilderness? Can it manage the stewardship of its resources without yielding to overwhelming foreign pressure? If it pursues economic development, can it ensure that the benefits remain with its own people and not leak away to distant investors or governments? At the same time, Greenland's people ask if they are ready to shoulder the burdens and responsibilities of true sovereignty. For a young nation with a delicate population and challenging geography, the path ahead is uncertain. Greenland's fate may seem remote, yet it holds up a mirror to the rest of the world. Now, more than ever, its story is not just the tale of an icebound island at the edge of civilization. Instead, Greenland is becoming a barometer for the pressures, perils, and possibilities of living on a changing planet. Its ancient ice records tell us how Earth can swing from warmth to cold and back again, warning us of natural cycles but also of the unprecedented warming now underway. Its receding glaciers point directly to the consequences of unchecked human activity. Its exposed wealth tempts a planet ever hungry for more, while challenging us to balance prosperity with prudence, ambition with restraint. At the heart of Greenland, there is still something timeless and awe-inspiring. The northern lights shimmer overhead, painting slow dances across star-choked skies. Giant icebergs, born from glaciers, drift solemnly through icy fjords, silent witnesses to endless winters and fleeting summers. Small communities, some tracing their roots to Inuit ancestors from thousands of years ago, continue to hunt, fish, and carve a life from land and sea, their traditions under constant pressure but still fiercely defended. As scientists probe further, mapping hidden landscapes, cataloging ancient pollen and bacteria, deciphering the DNA of creatures recovered from buried soil, the wonder grows even as worries mount. For Greenland is more than just a laboratory or a treasure chest. It is a living, breathing world whose fate now hangs in balance. From satellite images, the changes are undeniable. Meltwater lakes form bright turquoise stains atop the ice. Rivers, invisible for tens of thousands of years, now carve paths to the sea. Once mighty glaciers, which ground tirelessly toward the water's edge, now retreat faster than any time since records began. At the coast, entire chunks of ice, the size of cities, break away and drift out to sea, joining the currents that swirl around the island and bind it to the world. Yet some of Greenland's most enduring truths are measured not in decades or centuries, but in the slow pulse of the planet itself. For eras beyond memory, the Greenlandic ice sheet has governed global sea levels, locked away vast quantities of water, and stabilized climate systems across continents. As it diminishes, our future becomes more uncertain, and the stakes only higher. The struggles and choices faced by Greenlanders echo those of nations everywhere. The push and pull between heritage and progress, between local control and global expectations, between preserving nature and pursuing promise, are dilemmas for all. But here, at the threshold of ice and ambition, the challenge is uncommonly stark, and the consequences uncommonly far-reaching. In the decades to come, Greenland's evolving story will continue to capture the imagination and urgency of the world. Will it emerge as a model for sustainable stewardship, balancing economic possibility with environmental care, a beacon of how humanity can thrive in one of the planet's most challenging environments without sacrificing future generations? Or will it become a case study in opportunities squandered and caution ignored? Another tragic chapter in the ongoing saga of greed versus responsibility. The answers are not yet clear. What is certain, however, is that what happens in Greenland will not stay in Greenland. From melting glaciers that raise seas everywhere, to rare minerals that shape the weapons and wonders of tomorrow, to shifting geopolitical tides and epidemics of extreme weather, Greenland's silent transformation echoes across hemispheres. It is a harbinger of what awaits all nations as our planet warms, a stage upon which drama, science, and survival play out with ever-increasing intensity. For now, the world watches, some with hope, others with apprehension, as Greenland, the frozen giant with a quiet pulse, reveals its hidden truths. It is Earth's mirror, reflecting both what we once were and what we could yet become. In its secrets, challenges, and choices, Greenland reminds us of the deep, often invisible connections that tie us all, reminding us that no place is truly isolated, that every piece of Earth's puzzle matters, and that the fate of even the most distant ice cap can shape lives continents away. In the white silence of Greenland's interior, the warnings are clear. In the new voices rising from its towns and fjords, the questions resound, and in the uncertain melt of ancient ice, the future of the world shimmers, waiting to be written.